Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Scrap Squad Sunday, and this week we have this amazing page, circles, but the circles are almost arranged in lines. There's a break for where the title goes, so there's like a little cluster of circles or a line of circles up at the top, and then a larger group down at the bottom, and the photos are in circles. And this is so cute. They've got her feet and then her upper body here. It's just adorable the way they've got it. I didn't have a photo, at least at first glance. I didn't have anything that I could separate like that. And I know I have some of the kids showing off new shoes, and that would have been perfect. But I'm in a hurry to kind of get ready to go out of town. So I just punched circles and stuff out of scraps. I have some Doodlebug sprinkles and some Sweet Rush paper and Sweet Rush heart stickers that all came from the latest Mind the Scrap kit. I pulled out some fernwood because it has these little circle chipboard elements that could be sprinkled around. And there is this tiny butterfly, which I thought would be cute. And I really like these little pie chart kinds of circles. And then there's some half circle bits that might come in handy. So these are the scraps are just kind of what I had in my die cut drawer. If I have a piece of paper that I die cut something out of and there's enough left to die cut some more, I keep it in there. And I cut some buttons out of wood grain and one of the pattern papers. I have some circular Bramble Fox elements. Those are in 3 different colors. I have this little thing that was in my stash of some glittery hearts and this one orange circle that this came from a prior Mind the Scrap kit. I have this little sheet of buttons and apparently an enamel dot. Don't have any idea where that came from. Some more circles. I even cut a few hexagon elements out of this Sweet Rush paper. I'm going to put that aside. I have used these before. I think I just threw away the one I like the best, which is the green one. Well, I'm just going to have to cut another green one and then look for that one later. I really love the lime green in here, and I have a couple different shades of lime green in other elements. So I want to be sure and have one of these hexagon elements, and I'm sorry that I'm making you watch me cut, and it's not as efficient as it could be because I didn't already cut off the branding strip. Okay, so there's my green. If I find another one, I'll just have 2. Okay, that goes off there. Oh, there it is. See, I have 2. So we'll just kind of get this party started and see what we can do for the top row. The top row doesn't have any photos. I'm gonna go with a kind of loud one here, and I'm gonna find a muted one and fold it in half. again, it might have been good for me to do this ahead of time. One of the best things I've found for making a hold is the rubbery ends of these Tim Holtz scissors. I'm going to draw a stitched line, a line of stitching, I guess, in the center of this. And then I'm going to just go ahead and adhere that. I'm going to put some glue, and I will have to tell you that I just refilled my glue, and it should, oh my gosh, it was coming out just beautifully seconds ago before I started this video. This is so frustrating. I thought maybe it's because it was close to empty that I wasn't getting any good flow through. Now I just removed the blockage with my safety pin, and now it's just bubbling up because it's so full. So let's be careful with that. I'm gonna wipe that off, and now we'll see if we can get it to come out. And what I'm doing is kind of making a layered circle like there is in the original, and I'm just gonna kind of put it in the middle like this, and kind of keep it up, and then we'll see what we might want to decorate it with around or about. So I'm gonna do right now a pink one, kind of overlapping it, and I'm gonna go with a large flare, this navy blue flare piece. Kind of right there, and then we'll kind of fill in with smaller things. I'm gonna do let's see, I'll do this one, which has, I had die cut some little sunglasses out of it. So I've got that there, and I could encircle it or maybe overlay the circle. I could put that up and lay this across that way. What I'm going to do is put some more foam so that this sticks up higher. And I'm trying to get the top row right. And when I say right, I'm trying to do a good job with it. Because it's kind of the lead off view that you'll have of the page. But I don't want to overthink things too much. So I'll hope I'll end up going a little bit faster. And I'll do that. And I'm just gonna secure it in a couple places. Let's see where the glue is. The glue is right there. That's good. And then this glue is right there. Okay, so that's good. And then to kind of set that off, I'm gonna go with a bright lime green piece here, kind of dipping down. And then I'm gonna add a small flare, and I'll pick, well, I want to put this one here. So let me get a blue flare. I'm actually gonna put that hanging off, and then I can put some smaller things. Her format is on a, looks like an 8.5 by 11, or maybe even Traveler's Notebook. So I'm trying to work in some pieces. Here we go. Well, that's another die cut one. I'll maybe do that right there. And I'm repeating that same, this pattern paper. This was the biggest scrap I had, so it's gonna get repeated a few times. And here, I'm gonna go ahead and put one of these green hexagons, and I'm gonna put it by itself. Kind of right there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of the embellishing with smaller bits. I'm gonna put this wood button right there. I die cut a button with a Rosie Studio die. I need to introduce this hot pink color up there, so I'm gonna use a few of these buttons. It'll be right there. And I'll do another one here. And I'm going to go ahead and do this black and white because the title is going to be Exploring Savannah. The geotag is good because I'm kind of giving a location. Okay, and I can add some smaller things, some other small things as we go along. I'm going to glue a lime green heart button there, and maybe do that little heart right there. Okay, so that's my top row. Now I'm going to need to do the title, and I want the title to be straight here, so I'm going to use my T-square to kind of line it up. I'm not going to make any marks, and I'm going to spell the word. Should I go backwards or not? Let me pull these out of the package. These are the Sweet Rush thickers, and oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. The shadow, they're white outline letters, and the shadowing is yellow, green, blue, hot pink, and navy blue. Really, really cute. Okay, so I'm gonna maybe start, in other words, all the colors I'm gonna have in here. I think I can fit Savannah. On here, and if I can't, these are chipboard letters, and they SAVANNAH. Yeah. Let me get this back straight. Well, I said they're easy to remove, and when you don't want them to, they certainly are. And hopefully the bottom part will go fairly quickly. I need 2 ends. James took Ava to her first country concert. One of his favorite singer-songwriters was on the bill, and he got tickets originally. Was going to go with Barrett, and Barrett had a chance to work. So Ava had just been to Savannah with her mom the weekend before, and had kind of scoped out a couple places that James was interested in. So she kind of played his tour guide while they were there. And in these photos, they're at a world famous cookie place and the World War II memorial museum-ish kind of thing. Monument. It's what James is standing by, and Ava's posing in the cookie place. And this is gonna kind of put that. Actually, I want to make it look, if I put it here, I'd be okay, but then it would look like I missed, I tried to center it, but it wasn't centered. If I put it here, it doesn't look like I was trying to center it at all. It looks like I intentionally placed it to the right of center. And it gives me a chance to put some other little embellishments there. Okay, so I'm going to start with the photos. I've got a large-sized photo of Ava, and the colors in the photo are so good right up next to the title there. And then I'm going to put James down here. And I may just have room for two rows, and that's okay. I'm going to do this. Well, let's see. I'll do it here. And then I have this, which is kind of a random color scheme bit here. There. Now that's beginning to look kind of matchy-matchy, and I don't want that at all. I'm going to put that large flare there, and I have a squirrel that I'm going to put on there. Okay, and I'm gonna press on the body and raise the tail up to give it some dimension. I have this pretty little envelope that I can put right there. In fact, I may just not worry about rows at all. This is a pretty floral. I'll put that there. I have this kind of circly bit that I might want to hang off of or scooch under. I tell you what I could do is I could even put it up in here or cut it in half. Let's do that. And I don't like that because the kind of pattern that it creates actually interferes. It competes with the well, with the pattern of that, and also with the pattern that's on the flair. I have a couple of little potty people, and since it was James and Ava, I have a male and a female. And I thought that might be cute, kind of as a top layer. And I don't want them to look like they're holding hands, because then it would look like a couple. And as James would say, that looks weird. We don't want to get weird about it. Okay. And I can do this one right over here. And then these little things placed on the paper level actually give you kind of a place to insert some smaller embellishments. Okay, there. Now I've got this one, which can go down here. I like the colors of this kind of go with the colors of that photo, and same with the florals. I've got this purple one that can go in here. And I've got a black and white that I'm going to repeat a black and white theme in a couple places. So I think it looks really nice, kind of right up next to that soft colored floral. I have just a solid craft piece, which could kind of be a platform for something else. I have this one, which is a half circle that I thought maybe could go like right there. And then I can do this star. I don't like that. Maybe the star can go here. If I put a little bit more foam underneath that, it can overlap that much. I like the that this lime green is near this, because the lime green is, to me, the most vibrant color that shows. Okay, there. And now I've got this light blue, kind of a pale blue denim flare that can go right there. And I have a kind of circly one. That maybe can go there. I have this one that I really like. And I like this flare maybe layered on top, kind of bridging these two. And then I can do something like that underneath. Okay. And then I have this really bright combination, and I'm not crazy about it. So I'm going to see if I can take the adhesive off the back. It kind of left it scarred a bit, but I've got things I can layer on top of it. So I'm going to put that right there. And then I have this kind of muted black and white, kind of gray and white floral. Okay, so those are all the big ones. I've got this lime green hexagon, which I thought I would do kind of as part of that. And I have this bit which could go right there. I'm gonna glue that down. Okay, now we're starting to put on the small things. I've got this button that could go there, and maybe, well, I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to look, I didn't want to use a whole lot of these, but I wanted to layer some of these hearts. I like this one, and there's a vellum part at the top, and then there's cardstock for the middle layer, and then cardstock for the bottom, and then it's all on a pop dot. So that can go right there. And then if I add, I didn't get it on there straight. There we go. Okay, and now I thought I would add a little pink heart. Oh, or maybe that's where the butterfly could go. Or I have another squirrel. I thought I'd use the squirrel right there. I'll use the squirrel there. Let me pull the butterfly off. It's a chipboard butterfly. And I'm going to put some glue behind it. And this brings in that color. This is a really nice version of that color. And there is another larger butterfly that could fit on this paper. And let me put a bit of foam behind it to pop it up a bit. Okay, I've got this really bright, it's a glitter epoxy, and Adam sent me that. It was included with just this huge box of really wonderful stuff that he sent at Christmas time. And that one was intended to go on a previous layout and never made it. Okay, I've got a word, a phrase here that says chase after your dreams, and I kind of like that. Ava's at that stage where she's trying to figure out what her dreams are, and I think she knows, or she thinks she knows what they're not, and they're not anything that anyone has ever expected from her. So it's a fun time for Ava these days. I'm going to use one of these little multicolor pie chart. I need to glue those down. I'm going to put it here, actually, kind of in conjunction with this blue flair that looks a little plain, sitting there by its lonesome with nothing around it. I'm going to put another one up here by this wood grain button. And then I'm going to pull one more. And I'm going to put it maybe here. Where would it want to go? We got those two there. Let's do it. I'm still going back to here. Let's do it right. No, that's too much in line with that. I'm going to put it right here. And I can make a trio of little elements there with these bramble fox bits. Let me get the bramble fox bits down. That's kind of cool. Okay, and I have a black one that I'm going to put maybe right here to bring a little black. Well, I'll make it part of a trio there. I've got this kind of coral-ish one, and I'm going to put it right there on that pink page, or circle. And let me do this one. I'll put right here. Now I'm putting something right here. And I have a tiny solid black one, and I think we need some black up here. So let's do that. And I've got this bright orange enamel dot that might look a little bit out of place. So what I'm going to do is tuck it in right here. It adds a little bit of glitter in that spot there. I'm going to put some hearts around, like maybe this larger glitter epoxy heart right here, and then I'll layer this over it. I have a lime green button that could go maybe down in here. And I have some hexagons that I'm going to put on foam. I just love doing pages like this where nothing really needs to go anywhere. You could get away with very few little circles or a bunch. And see, that brings in, there's kind of a navy blue color in there along with the teal that goes with that and a pink that goes with that. So it all it all kind of works. And you know me, I'm not all matchy-matchy or anything, but that's kind of cool. I have this hot pink flair that is also a grid, so I'm going to put the grid at the same angle as this grid. Let me actually cut the I don't want it to pull that down. That is okay, there we go. And I'm going to do a little lime green button on foam. And I'm sure the foam will show through, but it should be the same color as the white background underneath. Just putting little bits here and there. I need a couple of these buttons down in this lower area. I put that one right on the there, and let's put one there. And I still have this black and white flair. That I thought I'd just maybe add here. I have a reminder going off. I had a certain idea of what my plan for the day was, and some family stuff came up that changed plans. There's not anything, not in a bad way, I guess I want to say. I'm going to put that right there and have the wood grain going the same way as that. This lime green one, I'm going to very light layer kind of right down here. And I'm going to put this sort of I guess it's mauve colored enamel dot. I'll put that on the black and white right next to the mauve circle. And I'll have this little squirrel overlapping the photo. We're getting down to the end here. I don't know where I'm going to put this hexagon. Let's do it right here. And then I've got a white one. Do I really need this one? It could go there on some foam. And I would like to see if I could use another heart. So this may not want to go. You know, this really seems not, this is bothering me. It's so far out of the it doesn't seem to work there. I like this better, and then I can do a small heart here and maybe one there. So let's see what we've got. I've got this little pink heart. That would really be cute right there. Do I want that there or here? Here's a lime green and a lighter pink, which might be nice right there. So does this want to go there? It could. I still like this here because it brings in all three of the colors of the things that are next to it. Okay, let's see how this one works. This has a little blue XO vellum and the pink that's not too far from this mauve-ish pink kind of color. And it has that lime green up close to the Savannah title. I love. Okay, now I think those are the larger elements I'm going to use. I have a few more small elements that can be scattered around. And I'll add a little neutral with the wood grain. Put the wood grain button right there. I have another lime green. And that could go here. And another wood grain. Which could go right up here. With that guy, I have a wood grain heart. Let me put it on some foam. Little tiny bit of foam. And I'll put it right there. And I have another wood grain button. Let me put it right here. Okay, now I want to use all of these because the colors are perfect. So let me use this one between the black and white and the floral there. This hot pink one could go here, and the little aqua one can go right there. And then I have another hot pink, maybe right here or here. We'll do that. And now I have these hot pink buttons that I'm going to put around in some places where there aren't any. Put that there. These really kind of stand up, and I like them a lot, but I'm okay killing that sheet of them. Let's put something right there. And then one more. Where should it go? Okay, I'm gonna put it maybe right here. There we go. It's good to stand alone there. So I think I'm done. Thank you for sticking with me through this whole thing. There's the original. Mine looks, you can tell that I got my inspiration from it. Let me just stop it there. So I think that's probably good. I will probably add some, I'll add a date and some journaling, maybe somewhere right around in here. And I'm gonna call that done. Thank you for watching. Let me bring it up close. There we go. Bye. I will be leaving on Wednesday. I'm recording this on Saturday for you to see on Sunday, and I'm leaving on Wednesday. I have, like, next Scrap Squad Sunday, I'll be at Adam's house in Manchester, and I will try to get a video done, but I'm not making any promises because I've promised Adam that I would help him get some orders out for Dottie About Flair. I'm actually going to go work for Dottie About Flair for a bit. I'm sure he won't work me too hard, but I'm going to try to keep up with my series, but I have no idea what's going to happen. So they may be late, maybe early, maybe combined with something else. But I will keep up. Thanks. Bye.